The Eastern Sierras is one of my favorite places in the world. While Tahoe and Yosemite get a lot of attention in California, the Eastern Sierras is where the big peaks are, and where any mountain lover in California has to visit. If you mention names like Bishop, Big Pine, Lone Pine, and Mammoth Lakes, images of stunning mountain terrain comes to mind. Every fall for the past several years, I've made it a tradition to go out and see the fall colors, which usually are at their peak season during the first couple weeks of October. This year, Cece and I went out to explore some of the fall color at some of my favorite spots in the Eastern Sierras. The weather was unbelievable, and we were grateful to be in the outdoors during the prettiest time of the year in the gem that is California's Eastern Sierras. The Eastern Sierra Fall Color Edition coming up here second weekend of October, which is really prime time once you get up above 8,000 feet in particular. Started out with North Lake, which had a lot of photographers there for good reason. It's got that screensaver, that's the Apple screensaver for the desktop that millions of people have seen around the world. That was a good introduction. Then hopped over to Lake Sabrina and South Lake, which have some fall color, but for me I think it's those trailheads and all the memories I have going out and doing all the different trail runs and hikes that go out of them. Around the lakes is pretty. The road going up to South Lake has all these little side roads, dirt roads you can cut off on and just disappear in the aspen trees, which is really nice. And after South Lake and Lake Sabrina, came down and went to Rock Creek, which is definitely one of our highlights. The road was blocked off a little bit above it, so short, tiny little hike, I don't know, a quarter mile or something down to the lake. And then make sure you go all around the lake. The loop trail that goes around that's maybe 1.5 miles or 2 miles. It's just gorgeous. What's your impression so far of getting to hop up to all these beautiful trailheads here in October?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I didn't know how many aspen were out here, so it's been a really pleasant surprise and just covered in yellow everywhere you go.
And it's been fun not to have to do 10 to 20 mile hikes, but just to pop in and do 1, 2, 3 mile hikes. I didn't know that was possible for me to do, but you're finding out I don't have to hike more than 3 miles and still have fun.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I didn't think it was possible. Mr. Energizer Bunny over here. But it's been gorgeous. Totally worth it. Like hitting up all these beautiful spots.
There are definitely kind of a different crowd of people up here. A lot of, I think, SoCal people coming up with their giant cameras looking for places to take photographs that I normally don't see out here hiking. But thankfully, we've been able to get away from them pretty good, I'd say, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, if you work hard and you run past people, then
keyword, run past people.
Run past people. Then you can have some solitude and really enjoy the trails and the quiet, and that's why we come out here, right? It's just to breathe a little bit and enjoy just how beautiful the creation is out here.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think you have to be in Colorado or New England or somewhere to see all the fall color, but it's amazing. It's amazing what this corner of the state has.
Best coast.
Amen. McGee Creek. McGee Creek was really nice. The bigger hike that we did yesterday, like about 5 miles, 2.5 up, 2.5 down, and you get to see huge clumps of aspen trees. So it's a little bit dry in the beginning, but then you get along the riverbed, and McGee Creek was definitely one of our favorites.
McGee Creek was just beautiful. If you're looking for just vast amounts of gorgeous aspen, that's where to go, and you kind of follow creek all the way up through them.
And then we made a quick stop at Convict Lake, which is pretty, especially at sunset, with the sun setting kind of behind the Sierras off to the west. 2 cans of soup, a whole thing of brown rice, and a bunch of chicken breasts. Nice way to refuel here after being in the mountains all day. And then today has been spectacular with quick stops off at June Lake, Gull Lake, and Silver Lake, getting off the beaten path a little bit. It's more of fishermen and just kind of people that have their cabins there.
But Lundy Canyon, I think, is my favorite. It's just, you got ponds, you got lakes, you got waterfalls, gorgeous aspen that you're right up in the middle of, huge tall ones or really small ones, and just absolutely stunning and beautiful. So this is definitely 100%. If you can get here in peak season, it's the best.
After one more stop at Virginia Lakes, it was sadly time to head home as the weekend was drawing to a close. With short hikes at North Lake, Lake Sabrina, South Lake, Rock Creek Lake, McGee Creek, Convict Lake, the June Lake Loop, Lundy Canyon, and Virginia Lakes, we had definitely made the most of our Eastern Sierra Fall Color Edition weekend. The Eastern Sierras never disappoints, and the fall is a perfect time to visit this amazing part of California. If you like my travel and outdoors videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and thank you for your support as I visit every country in the world.